is a high-flying eccentric with a troubling secret in Mr. Jones. Generals Tom Berenger and Martin Sheen lead the Confederate attack at Gettysburg. And a pint-sized kid will do anything to play Notre Dame football in Rudy.
Taking your appeal to a higher court.
I'm desperate. If I don't get in next semester, it's over, done. Notre Dame doesn't accept senior transfers.
A young working-class man, small of stature but long on guts, dreams of playing Notre Dame football in the true story called Rudy, one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert, along with Richard Gere and Jack Lemmon's latest pictures, as well as epic films about the Civil War and China. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie is in the great tradition of the sports underdog picture, and although it doesn't lack its fair share of scenes that we've seen many times before, somehow they all work together to create an enormously entertaining picture. The name of the movie is Rudy, and it tells the true story of a kid named Rudy Rudiger who grows up in Joliet, Illinois as a dedicated Notre Dame fan. His grades aren't too good, and he's way too small for big-time college football, but he decides to go to South Bend in the face of his father's opposition.
Notre Dame is for rich kids, smart kids, great athletes. It's not for us.
That's Ned Beatty as the father, and there's another good supporting performance by Robert Prosky as the priest who sympathizes with Rudy's dream.
Holy Cross Junior College is nearby. I can get you 1 semester there. You make grades, you get another semester. Then maybe with a high enough GPA, you might have a chance of getting into Notre Dame.
Rudy eventually gets into Notre Dame and tries out for the team.
My job is to basically beat the shit out of you for the next 5 days. And whoever is still standing at the end, maybe we'll use for our scout teams.
A groundskeeper, well played by Charles S. Dutton, gives Rudy a pep talk when Rudy's belief in himself wavers.
You're 5 feet nothing, 100 and nothing. And you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also going to walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
And that's Sean Astin there, very convincing in the title role. This story is told against the background of a working-class kid with no money who sleeps in the janitor's room because he can't afford rent and who studies twice as hard to make up for his academic difficulties. The movie ends with the information that the real Rudy was carried off the field on the team's shoulders in 1975, an honor that has not been given to anyone since. And I'm going, yeah, that's great.
Well, it is a terrific film, and, you know, it starts out, I think they have a line, this is based on a true story, and that always puts me on edge, you know, because I'll decide whether it's good or not, whether it's true or not, but it does work, and I think there are 2 good reasons. One, I think Sean Astin is really wonderful in this role. He's playing a good person, but he doesn't make him sweet and cloying. He's just earnest there, and it's a quiet performance. He's confident that the camera will photograph him trying to do good deeds, and that his character will come out that way. And then one other thing, rather than just be about football, to get it to Notre Dame, he has to get into another school first to qualify to get into Notre Dame. So the movie is about academic testing and straining to do well academically. So it's not just all football, so it embraces the whole character of a person. I think it's terrific. I really enjoyed it.
This movie was directed by the same man who made Hoosiers, which is another movie that we loved. It was about an underdog Indiana basketball team. Now we have an underdog on a top dog Indiana football team.
The director's name was David Ansbach. Now, I was in a minority on Hoosiers, but this film I really like. I think it's even better.